One app that I think will be crucial for most teachers to utilize on the iPad is one we actually call Sketches School. And it's right here. It looks like it's a white background with a blue pen. And really, what I think this is going to be a very good whiteboard for almost all reasons you might need to have a whiteboard that you can walk around and have in your hand. So I'm going to go ahead and launch Sketches School. And what Sketches School does is it gives me this notebook here for making sketches, and you can make more notebooks. So you might think of, if you're using this in different classes, you might have a notebook per class, and that might be helpful to you. I'm going to go ahead and open Sketches, and then on the top right over here, top left, you can see that I have a plus button. That's my new blank document. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to utilize my Logitech crayon, and from here I very basically have a whiteboard that I can utilize all of these different tools with. So on the left hand side you can see I have pencils, I have fine tip markers, all the way through very precise paint brushes and different kinds of tools for different uses. My suggestion is go play with them, find the one you like, and see what it does. But if I click on a tool, on the right hand side, I have how thick of a line I would like to have. So very thick to very thin. And then down in the bottom right corner, I actually also have my color palette as well. I'm going to click down there. And so here I can go select through what color would I like to utilize. And if I click and hold on a color like I just did, I can actually modify that color to be exactly the color I want. Okay, so I can bring this down here, and I can make this more of like a nice pink color here. If I want more of a red, I can bring this down. So all that was I'm going to click on the color square. If I just click once, it'll switch to that color, and now I have that color going on. Okay, and then if I click and hold that color is when I can customize this color and modify it to whatever the color choice I really would like to have. But from here, this is literally where I can go and I can switch colors here and just change. I can change what type of marker I'm using here, and see what they do, see what the different sizes look like, and I can utilize all of these different options. If I do have an option of an eraser here, so I can erase very quickly and go on. And so obviously this is intended as a drawing app, but if you grab a marker and just grab a color of your choice, this can very easily turn into a whiteboard that you might use for your class while you're walking around to do anything that you would originally do at a dry erase board. I have one more thing I did want to show mainly for my math folks out there. I'm guessing this will be helpful. Is if I go actually what I want to do is I want to get into a new drawing here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to pinch this closed. So I just used a pinch motion with my fingers. On the new document, there's a little gear right here. If I click the gear, you'll see that I actually can change. I can change to different textures on the page. I can go to a dot page. They even have one for school. So I'll show the first one I was going to show, and then I'll show that other one. I was going to show the squares. So here I can hit squares and hit my check mark. And so now I actually have I have some graph paper here. And if I zoom in, so if I do a pinch to zoom, I can zoom in and I can make very precise marks where I might need to make. So if we're doing some graphing, and I can zoom out. So I think that will be very helpful to have that lined paper. If I pinch out again to get to my back here to this screen, I'm going to click my gear again. I'm going to come out to, let's try the school option. And so now I actually have lined paper. So maybe this is helpful for starting to teach students how to write and stay on the lines. and do those different things. So hopefully Sketches School is one you go try out, play around with it. Draw some pictures. See if you can come up with some things that will help for your class.